Alright, so this is a review on T.I.'s album. And it's his 11th album. Bear this in mind, 11 albums, you know. Fucking hell, this man's been working, bruv. Um, yeah, so the album's called the L.I.B.R.A, but it's also an acronym, and the joke is, I swear he's also a Libra as well. Let me see something real quick. Hang on. Um, Let me break down the acronym in a minute. Yeah, man's a Libra. Fucking hell. Um, that's interesting. Um, but anyway, so the acronym is Legend is back running Atlanta. And if you are aware of T.I., he actually is from Atlanta, and he also references himself as the king of the South, king of ATL. It is what it is. Um, who would you say is the king of ATL Atlanta? Um, Leave your answer in the comment section below. Let me know who your thoughts are. Who you would say. I can't call it because I'm not from Atlanta. But I am aware of different individuals from Atlanta. But based upon, if I can give my opinion, like based upon everything that T.I. has done, yeah, I can say he's king of Atlanta. But then there's also Jermaine Dupri. Let's not throw him out the equation because he's done a lot of things and still does a lot of things. But anyway, so the tracks on this album, before we even get into that, I love the artwork. The artwork is basically, it does represent the actual name of the album, Libra, right? The Libra. So the interesting thing is, you do not see an image of T.I. Do you see what I'm saying? So where is T.I.? I'm guessing he's probably doing stuff to run Atlanta, right? Anyway, what's interesting, excuse me, the woman at the top who's holding, so basically, there's a woman, right? And she works, has an afro hair, or a natural hair, and basically she's holding a woman, and on one hand is the scale, on the left, on one side is a scale, and then on her foot is a scale. So that's very interesting the way that is. And then there is there's two other women either side at the bottom of the woman, and I like the way she's, not to. I just like the way the other woman is shaped. Put it that way, like very curvaceous. Um, and then the background is like a moon type of thing. So it's an interesting concept, and every woman here is wearing black. So that's a very interesting concept, and how he's developed this idea. See, look, I talked about this artwork for more than a minute now. So let's just get into the album itself. So there is 20 tracks. So there is the L.I.B.R.A introduction, then the Hit Dogs Holla featuring Tokyo Jets, then there's Ring featuring Young Thug, then there's Pardon featuring Little Baby, then there's On the Hood featuring 42 Dog and Mosey, then there's Moon Juice featuring Snoop Dogg and Jeremiah, then there's Air and Water Interlude, then there's Hypno featuring Raki, then there's Half a Ticket featuring London J and Conway the Machine, then there's Respect the Code featuring Rick Ross, interesting. Then there's Put Some on It. Then there's Family Connect featuring Damani. And then there is Make Amends featuring Benny the Butcher and Jadakiss. Then there's Fire and Earth interlude featuring Ernestine Johnson Morrison. Then there is Partone Blue featuring L.I.B.R.A. Is that it? Then there's Horizons. Then there's How I Feel featuring Eric Bellinger and Killer Mike. Then there is We Did It Big featuring John Legend. Then there's Thank God featuring 21 Savage. Then there's Dangerous Conclusion. So a lot of tracks, which is interesting, but 11th album, come on man, this is yeah, like he's put in the work, so he's gonna do things prim and proper, innit? Do things in the I can't even say the word, expeditiously fashion. But yeah, the thing about T.I., right? For me, sometimes he hits and misses with some albums. I won't even lie to you on that. But I will say this. I feel like, for example, the song Family Connect, I believe that's probably my favourite track on the album. And that's mainly not because it's him and his son. Because at first, yeah, look, I'm aware that kids can sound like their parents, innit? But like, at first, because of what he was saying in the beginning, not T.I., Damani, like, I thought it was T.I. Do you see what I'm saying? And these cadence and everything. So it's interesting how Damani is more or less, he's becoming more of himself. Like, I get it. So I want to pay him his respects there. But it's just the fact that when I listen, I was like, hang on, wait, that's the money. Do you see what I mean? Like, I thought it was T.I. I thought the money was gonna come on afterwards, and so it's interesting. And if you think about it, look, every artist, let's be real, yeah, because everyone I used to do music, you want to put yourself first, yeah? Especially if it's your project, you want to put yourself first. I know there is a term, save yourself the best, what's it? Save best for last or whatever the case is, yeah? But you honestly want to put yourself first. So again, me listening from that ignorant point of view, I'm going to assume that that's T.I. But it wasn't. It was Damani. And he's going in. He's like, Damani's got a bright future ahead of him. He has a real bright future ahead of him. His pen game. Obviously, he's his father's son, but his pen game. Listen. And like, and the thing with, and I like the back and forth. Like, if you know me, especially when it comes to rap, but I more noticeably see it in grime, yeah. And I want to reference grime because, for example, P Money and Little D, yeah, they have a mixtape or project. Is that, can I call that album or project? I don't know. Either way, they got a project out called Back to Back, and they're going back to back. Do you see what I'm saying? Then even if you take it back to, They Don't Know with Soul Solid Crew, but you noticeably have Mega Man and Asher D going back to back. Do you see what I mean? It's like a conversation about that going back to back. Then if you move it fast forward to, I guess, was it 2019 or 2020? I can't remember what year it is now. But it's Kano and D-E-E and Gets. But it's most notably Gets and Kano, going back to back, like back in the day when they were doing it on Deja, you get what I mean, like Deja Vu radio, which is interesting because let's talk about Deja. Like, what she said in the interlude at the end was powerful. It was real talk. It was absolutely real talk. And obviously I didn't expect that from her, but you know what? She is her father's daughter. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's just inevitable. But at the same time, you have to plant those type of seeds in children to be able to think that way. Do you see what I mean? So big up T.I. and Tiny and for raising their children the way that they are coming out to be. It's a great thing to see. But listen, I've talked way too much, yeah? But one thing I will say though is click the link in the description box below where it says make a donation. You can make a donation of any amount, alright? And you'll be able to help us rebuild the infrastructure in the African and Caribbean diaspora, alright? And be able to, do things that are necessary to help achieve certain goals. But anyway, back to the album. I believe my favorite would have to be the one with Damani. Let me know what your favorite track is on the album. Let me know. Leave your answer in the comment section below. Let me know. In fact, if you were, because there's 20 tracks, yeah. Technically, No, fuck it. Yeah, let me know what your favorite tracks are on the album. All right. The links to the albums in the description box below. But if you've got any questions, any topics you'd like for us to discuss on the videos, leave that in the comment section below. And remember, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, because you never know, the video you suggest might just be next.